Welcome, beautiful friends, to the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree. This is going to be a reading for the time when the moon is in Libra and the sun is in Aries between the 6th and the 8th of April. This is going to be the Radiant Astro reading. It's really about imagining if our chakras were to come together in one center chakra, like a radiant sun, and that these energies evolve and are refined so that they're a very giving and nurturing energy that we can put out into the earth, into our world, instead of needing to cull things from our environment to bolster our energies. So this is about being very self-sufficient spiritually and emotionally, and just in the ways that we think and our belief systems. So this is a really nice reading that follows the Chakras Ascension reading, which you can also find for this time period. So it will begin with a central card, and then I do have 12 cards surrounding it, just to give us kind of a framework. If you're familiar with Western astrology, they run from the 9 o'clock position in Aries all the way counterclockwise to Pisces. And they're not really a card to speak about each of those signs, but there's a question associated with the common understanding of what those signs represent to help us just be at our best for all those different attributes that those signs represent. So our central card for this reading is going to be answering the question, how can I silence my ego so my soul can shine? A beautiful, inspired idea floats through pathways of light, waiting for the right moment to enter your mind and heart. This wonderful idea that stems from your soul will grow and blossom if you nurture it. Keep it safe within your inner world until it is ready to manifest in your outer world. A period of great fulfillment and accomplishment follows. And then we'll begin with the signs. So we'll start with the Aries position here in the first house. And from the Zodiac Oracle, we have Scorpio. Our question will be, how can I begin things with self-awareness for protection of my physical body, as well as be conscious of my mask and projections of myself onto others? The key phrase for this card is, I create. The mysterious energy of water takes on the fixed quality of intensity to suggest a determined quest to unearth the truth. The key phrase, I create, plays out as a motivation to create reality based on hand-picked truths. In this situation, ask, what is the truth behind the facade? Things are not always what they seem. The energy of Scorpio is alluring and powerful, and can be dangerous when pursued for its own sake, rather than as a means to a healthy and balanced end. Avoid using your powers for evil. Our second position is Taurus in the second house. How do my values generate resourcefulness, self-esteem, and wealth? And from the Celtic Shaman's book, we have the stag. A magnificent stag looks out from the picture behind. It is an ancient stone painted with images of the ancestors. A second stone floats before him, showing a great sacred circle containing 12 directions. A globe of light is caught in its antlers, within which is depicted an ancient symbol of the stag. The key word for this card is strength. In Celtic traditions, the stag always represents strength, virility, and the freedom of the woods. The stag is a powerful ally to have when journeying into the depths of the other world or in facing a problem which requires particular strength and stamina. The symbolism of the hunt is also important here and may be seen as perhaps representing a sequence of death and rebirth. A guided meditation. Travel with the stag to the 7 times, who invite you to mount upon his back and ride him through the woodland to the place where he may impart his knowledge and wisdom to you. Gemini, 3rd house, will be represented by the Tantric Dakini Oracle. How does my mindset influence my interactions and define my comfort zone? Our card for today is Centering the Present. Centering the present bears the number 63, signifying the power of the triple nature pervading all things and becoming a glyph in the essence of the inner and outer realities. According to the cycle of activity of the Tantric Dakini Oracle, this card indicates the potent power of the present. A mandala of the self, the Sri chakra, is pictured across the surface of the moon, the blue color of which emphasizes the cooling nature of this source of wisdom. The Sri chakra consists of combined male and female energies, manifesting as 5 ascending and 4 descending triangles, respectively, forming 43 triangles in total, signifying the integration of the inner and outer worlds, microcosm and macrocosm. Each of the triangles contains small figures of deities, reminding us that all the gods exist within each one of us as the exalted attributes of the psyche. Around the figure, created by the triangles, there is an inner red and outer white circular lotus enclosure, representing the combined self-created female and male essence principles, respectively, out of which all things are formed. This card depicts the eternal present, the spontaneous non-duality of the moment outside of time limitations. It is an initiation into this understanding. Concentration on the potency of living in the present and understanding of the self's position outside of time coming through spiritual practices and the developed intuition. This card is always positive, a teaching of the absolute truth of the eternal present. 4th house, Cancer. How can I implement self-care to nurture my feminine energy and emotions, as well as bring awareness to my subconscious programmed by my ancestry? From the Prophet Oracle, we have, take with you your all. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. Whenever you enter into it, take with you your all. Take the plow and the forge and the mallet and the lute, the things you have fashioned in necessity or for delight. For in reverie, you cannot always rise above your achievements nor fall lower than your failures. And take with you all men. For in adoration, you cannot fly higher than their hopes, nor humble yourself lower than their despair. 5th house, Leo. How can I enact play, self-expression, desires of my inner child, creativity, joy, risk-taking, and pleasure in my daily life? From the Egyptian oracle, we have Ibis, the crested bird, sacred archetypal element of air. The sacred crested ibis, known to the ancient Egyptians as the Ach bird, is associated with the element of air and with Tha, as he relates to the cosmic mysteries. The crested ibis is, in essence, the phoenix rising from the fire. It speaks not only of rebirth, but also of the clear thinking that gives you the understanding of your journey. This beautiful bird is a powerful symbol of the ability to conceive of a resulting creation in advance of its actualization. It refers to the preconceived idea and the goal, both of which are contained in the mind. The domain of the element air includes communication, language, and articulation. It is through air that we speak words of power, and it is by making sound and music, toning, chanting, singing, speaking, laughing, and breathing, that we express the element of air. Through our connection with air, we find sound within ourselves and communicate directly from the throat. Aesthetics, including beauty and pleasure, also exist in the domain of air. When this card comes up in your reading, it is time to look at how you express yourself, especially in your communications with others. You have a valuable ally in this sacred crested ibis. When you meditate on this card, you will feel your consciousness rise as you are uplifted to a higher perspective from which you can see whatever situation or question you have brought in a new way. Use this perspective for clarity in your thinking and speaking. Drawing this card can also mean it's time to lighten up. Air will assist you to experience and express wisdom with joy and a light heart, so that you can appreciate the humor and playfulness available all around you. Air is your ally. Breathe deeply, free yourself, experience awe, then express your gratitude with exuberance. Virgo, the 6th house. How can I give to myself and others for significant improvement? Our card will come from the Enchanted Spell Oracle. And today we have the Abundance card. Wealth, money, income. Cinnamon is associated with this. Cinnamon's rich, warming fragrance has been associated with abundance since ancient Egyptian times. In the medieval era, lashings of cinnamon were used in both sweet and savory dishes at the tables of kings and aristocrats to demonstrate wealth and status. Cinnamon's use in money and success spells to generate prosperity is widely accepted. On a metaphysical level, cinnamon can restore confidence and transform misery to happiness. The priestess of abundance is surrounded by symbols of plenty. Gold coins and decorative pillars suggest luxurious surroundings. She stands under an herb wheel of cinnamon, cloves, and orange, botanicals known to symbolize prosperity. The red base chakra, responsible for attracting material wealth, is also represented. The goddess eye symbol signifies a desire for financial vitality and strength. When the priestess of abundance appears, it is time to start thinking about creative ways that you can generate wealth in your life. Look at how you can create different streams of income, not from just one source, but several. This could mean decluttering your home and selling or exchanging items you no longer want or need. Or it could mean turning a hobby or skill into a little enterprise that runs alongside your main job. It could mean dipping your toe into the share market, or even discovering ways to reduce consumption of unnecessary items. Abundance means different things to different people. For some, abundance is an overseas holiday. For others, it is savings in the bank. Abundance can mean luxurious bedding, or a gorgeous landscaped garden, or a beautiful view. An abundance of time without having to rush everywhere is a real luxury for some. Find out what abundance means to you and work out how you can include its essence in your life. The 7th house, Libra. We're going to take a card from the Goddess Power Oracle. How can I practice equality and sharing to forge alliances and resolve interpersonal conflicts? We have Gaia representing the earth. Being grounded, slowing down, and remaining present in your body is the message of the Greek goddess Gaia. Perhaps you've spent too much time in your head lately and have not taken as good care of yourself as you would have liked. Get into a rhythm. Make sure you get enough sleep. Commit to spending more time in nature. And eat sustainably with a conscious awareness. Gaia, the earth, mother of all life, invites you to pay attention to your body, for you are a creature of the earth as well as spirit. You are part of this living earth, which is the foundation for all of the life that has a physical form. What form does your life take? This is the perfect time to take a closer look to ensure you're happy with it. You're also asked to examine the foundation of what you are building now. Does it feel solid and stable? Now is the perfect time to focus on stability and security, ensuring you move forward in a grounded way. The goddess Gaia reminds you that the earth is the playground for conscious manifestation. So be respectful of this truth. The 8th house, Scorpio. Our message will come from the mystical shaman oracle. How do the renewal cycles of my life give opportunity for mystery, intimacy, transformation, and shadow work? The heart of sky. The heart of sky is the love force that made all creation possible. The same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form, or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The heart of sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it into the world of matter. The heart of sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for the original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist. All guided by the heart of sky, set your intention ethically and clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. The next position is Sagittarius, the 9th house. A yogic path oracle deck will be our source for the card. How does my belief system generate meaning and encourage expansion beyond my comfort zone. Ahimsa, yoga, nonviolence. You have been observant of how your thoughts affect your actions and how your actions reflect the quality of your life. Through actively changing your internal monologue, you are manifesting a heightened state of consciousness and a new paradigm. Continue to fine-tune your inner language to radiate compassion, joy, and peace. Even the most disciplined yogis still often look in the mirror and think negative thoughts about themselves, get frustrated when stuck in traffic, or speak words to a loved one that don't radiate pure love. These moments are your guru reminding you of where you still need to grow. Overcoming your triggers facilitates growth. Each time you feel the voice of negativity come through, sing back to it words of ahimsa, compassion. You'll find these words echoed back by all of those you encounter. Capricorn, the 10th house. How can I achieve my realistic yet challenging goals step by step? From the Heart Path Oracle, we have the power of self, change of consciousness. You are a beautiful, sensitive soul who is in the process of waking up and transitioning from one stage in your life to another. You are being helped and nourished by the daisy and the croton plant. The swan connects you with the angelic realms and intensifies your intuitive abilities. To keep you grounded, Swan wants you to stay in touch with the earth. Do anything that brings you closer to its energy. Go barefoot while gardening, for instance. Take walks in nature. And or sit outside in the early morning hours. The crow guides you to love, to sacred places such as Mount Shasta, helping you to find balance, wisdom, and a change of consciousness. Mount Shasta is considered to be a gateway or portal to other realms, both spiritual and dimensional. You may want to travel there someday to rejuvenate. Lucky for you, the number 8 appears twice on this card. 8 in general symbolizes good fortune, personal authority, and power. When you double it to 88, the frequencies magnify, and you will triumph against all odds. I am timeless, ageless, and beautiful. The 11th house, Aquarius. How can my unique hopes and wishes be supported by others and heal the collective? From the Sacred Geometry Oracle, we have Metatron's Cube, Community. The geometry of this card is the place at which female and male energies join to create something entirely new. By beginning with the 13 female circles from the fruit of life and connecting every center with a straight male line, a shape known as Metatron's Cube appears. View this image as a 3-dimensional configuration. Within the shape, concentrate on the lines and see if you can find each of the 5 platonic solids, or cosmic volumes, as we like to call them. You can see then how the joining of male and female energies creates substance and form. If you choose this card, you are asked to see how substance and form are working in your life, and to view them as aspects of male and female cooperation. Allow this card to represent a time of balancing the yin and yang of your inner life to promote harmony and creativity. This may be your own male and female aspects, seen as offering creative solutions to challenges or projects. You will more easily connect with the substance of your inquiry. What form does the outcome take? Metatron's cube is a metaphor for all problem solving, not only in third-dimensional reality, but in other dimensions as well. This card may also represent the relationship you have with others, and how by joining through substantive action you form community. Community brings together disparate aspects of humanity, and when held in balance, it creates a cohesive whole. Do you feel part of a community? Are the contributions you are making giving life and form peace and substance, justice and freedom to the community as a whole? The 12th house, Pisces. How can I end the bondage of self-sabotage involving karma and repressions to become the bliss of self-transcendence instead? From the White Light Oracle, we have Salvi Puluti's 741 Hertz. We live in an age of heightened environmental, emotional, and spiritual pollution. During such a world age, it takes more work to experience clarity, purity, and originality. Often the bulk of our challenge is simply warding off further negative influences and attempting to dislodge the toxins permeating our energy field, psychologically, physically, and emotionally. The onslaught continues with chemical toxins in foods, polluted oceans which contaminate sea life, and the bombardment of electromagnetic radiation. When technological development lacks commensurate wisdom, such as the current case, progress contains a shadow side of harm to our planet and her creatures, including us humans. When this oracle appears in a reading, it is a call to clear yourself and your space in ways that feel affirming, inspiring, and beautiful for you. Trust that no matter how much gunk the ego-driven actions of humans might generate, it is no match for the power of spirit at play in willing human hearts. May all such hearts join with spirit and with each other to clear and bless all creatures for the greatest good. That ends this reading. I really appreciate you joining me for it. I hope that it bestowed some insight and blessings upon you. And anyone that's having their solar return during this time should find a theme in these energies that will relate throughout the year for them ahead. Thank you. Please join me for any of my other readings. Always a pleasure to be with you.